Tampa Bay Rays versus Athletics. The Tampa Bay Rays take on the Oakland Athletics as both teams aim to salvage challenging seasons. The Rays, at 58-62, sit fourth in the American League East, while the Athletics, with a 53-68 record, languish at the bottom of the American League West. The Rays are enduring a tough year, but remain in the wild card chase, hoping to gain momentum. Drew Rasmussen starts the upcoming game, looking to extend a strong season. He's allowed just 33 runs, over 111 innings, with 97 strikeouts. His .385 expected opponent slugging percentage, 5.6% barrel rate, and 3.47 expected ERA show he's inducing weak contact and stifling run production. Rasmussen's dominance is complemented by a solid Rays lineup averaging 4.48 runs per game. Jonathan Aranda is hitting .316/399/478 with 12 home runs and 171 total bases, while Junior Caminero boasts a 262.30, 1.529 line with 33 home runs and 246 total bases. Brandon Lowe adds a 273/321/495/ line, 23 home runs, and 181 total bases, while Yandy Diaz and Danny Jensen contribute 31 home runs and 294 total bases, making the Rays' offense formidable and capable of overpowering even elite pitching staffs. The Athletics, struggling and likely to finish last in their division, rely heavily on JT Ginn to shine on the mound and give them a fighting chance in competitive matchups. Ginn has allowed only 26 runs in 53 innings, striking out 58 batters with an impressive mix of command and late movement on his pitches. His .229 expected opponent batting average and 26.0% strikeout rate highlight his ability to overpower hitters, while a 3.59 expected ERA underscores his effectiveness in keeping games close even against high-powered lineups. Ginn's strong outings are vital for Oakland's young pitching core, serving not only as a source of stability in the rotation, but also as a model for the club's developing arms. If he can continue to miss bats and limit hard contact, he could emerge as one of the few bright spots in an otherwise difficult season for the A's. The Athletics lineup supports Ginn, averaging 4.43 runs per game, which gives him a decent cushion in most starts. Nick Kurtz leads the way with an impressive .304/386/.626/ line, 23 home runs and 181 total bases, showing both power and plate discipline. Shea Langeliers delivers a solid .276/323/549 line with 24 home runs and 185 total bases, providing consistent middle-of-the-order production, while Brent Rooker has been equally dangerous with a .275/347/500 line, 24 home runs, and 236 total bases. Tyler Soderstrom and Jacob Wilson add a combined 32 home runs and 364 total bases, giving Oakland a potent offensive mix that can strike quickly and put pressure on opposing pitchers. Even though the A's offense can be streaky, the combination of power throughout the lineup and a balanced left-right batting order makes them a threat to score in bunches. With both teams showcasing strong starting pitching, a low-scoring game is likely. Ginn's 26 runs allowed in 53 innings and Rasmussen's 33 runs in 111 innings suggest both pitchers can control the opposing lineups. Rasmussen's ability to limit contact and pile up strikeouts will challenge Oakland, while Ginn's dominance aims to quiet the Rays' bats. The under is a strong bet given these pitching performances, especially considering that both teams have struggled to produce big offensive numbers recently. Oakland ranks near the bottom of the league in batting average and on-base percentage, while Tampa Bay has been inconsistent at the plate in its last 10 games, further supporting the case for a tight, low-scoring contest. The Athletics' ongoing struggles stand in stark contrast to the Rays' determined push for an AL wildcard spot, making this series an important one for Tampa Bay. The Rays' offense, averaging 4.48 runs per game, has been consistent and opportunistic, and they appear poised to challenge Oakland's pitching staff from the very first inning. Standouts like Junior Caminero and Brandon Lowe, backed by a disciplined and deep batting order, are capable of grinding out long plate appearances, forcing mistakes, and capitalizing on scoring opportunities. Tampa Bay's lineup also features multiple players with speed and gap power, which could put additional pressure on Oakland's defense. On the mound, Drew Rasmussen is expected to deliver multiple strong innings using his command and swing and miss stuff to keep Oakland's offense quiet. If he hands a lead to the bullpen, Tampa Bay's relief corps, one of the more reliable groups in the AL, should be able to close the door. Given the difference in recent form, offensive production, and overall depth, the Rays are deservedly favored to secure a convincing road win and strengthen their postseason positioning. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Tampa Bay Rays. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Colorado Rockies versus St. Louis Cardinals. It's the final game of a 3-game series between National League rivals on the diamond in the Gateway City as the Colorado Rockies travel to face the St. Louis Cardinals Wednesday afternoon. And in the opening game of the series Monday night, St. Louis picked up a 3-2 victory to draw first blood in the set. Colorado hung tough in the opener Monday night but suffered their 8th straight loss as they fell to the Cardinals. The Rockies entered Tuesday night 30-88 and are in the basement of the NL West, 37.5 games behind the Dodgers for the top spot. They were 33 games behind the Mets for the final wildcard spot in the National League. Against St. Louis, Colorado was held to 5 hits, with no player having more than 1. Chase Dolander threw 5 innings, allowing 1 run on 5 hits with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts, but didn't factor in the decision. Juan Mejia, 1-1, took the loss as he allowed 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 walk and 1 strikeout in 1 inning of relief. Austin Gomber takes the ball and makes his 11th start of the season for the Rockies in this contest. He is 0-6 with a 6.52 ERA, a 1.57 whip, 14 walks, and 30 strikeouts over 49.2 innings of work on the year. Gomber took the loss in his last start, which came on the road against Arizona Friday night. He threw 6 innings, allowing 6 runs on 5 hits with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts in an eventual 6-1 Rockies defeat. In his last 3 starts, Gomber is 0-2 with a 7.63 ERA, a 1.435 whip, 7 walks, and 10 strikeouts over 15.1 innings of work. Gomber makes his 8th career appearance, 6th start, against the Cardinals in this contest. He is 1-3 with a 6.89 ERA, a 1.592 whip, 7 walks, and 26 strikeouts over 32.2 innings of work against them. Gomber is 4-3 with a 4.64 ERA, a 1.422 whip, 23 walks, and 56 strikeouts over 64 innings in 26 career appearances, 9 starts at Busch Stadium, where he has struggled to consistently find command but occasionally flashes his potential. St. Louis won for the 4th time in 5 games as they took the opening game of this set Monday night. The Cardinals entered Tuesday 61-59 and stood 4th in the NL Central, 14 games behind the Brewers for the top spot. They were 3 games behind the Mets for the final wildcard spot in the National League. Against Colorado Monday, St. Louis finished with 9 hits as Thomas Segis had 3, while Alec Burleson, RBI, added a pair in the game. The Cardinals were just 3 of 13 with runners in scoring position and left 9 runners on base in the game, missing opportunities to put the game out of reach. Miles McCollus threw 6.2 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, but didn't factor in the decision. Kyle Leahy, 3-1, earned the win in relief as he threw 2.1 scoreless innings, allowing 1 hit with no walks and 2 strikeouts, effectively shutting down Colorado's offense late. Michael McGreevy is on the mound for the Cardinals as he makes his 9th appearance, 8th start of the season here. He is 4-2 with a 4.40 ERA, a 1.222 WHIP, 7 walks, and 26 strikeouts over 45 innings of work on the year. McGreevy earned the win Friday at home versus the Cubs, pitching 6 scoreless innings with 6 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts in a 5-0 Cardinals win. In his last 3 starts, McGreevy is 2-1 with a 5.94 ERA, a 1.56 WHIP, 4 walks and 9 strikeouts over 16.2 innings of work. McGreevy makes his 3rd career start against the Rockies in this contest. He is 1-0 with a 3.00 ERA, a 1.00 WHIP, 1 walk and 6 strikeouts over 12 innings of work against them. McGreevy is 4-2 with a 4.14 ERA, a 1.189 WHIP, 6 walks and 23 strikeouts over 37 innings of action in 7 career appearances, 5 starts at Busch Stadium. His performance at home has shown steady improvement, and if he can maintain control and limit walks, he should continue to be a reliable arm for the Cardinals moving forward. The Rockies entered Tuesday on a troubling 8-game losing streak, giving fans little reason to believe they can turn things around anytime soon. Starter Austin Gomber has been a major disappointment, remaining winless on the season with an ERA soaring above 6. He's also been hit hard, surrendering 12 home runs in just 49.2 innings pitched, making him a liability on the mound. In contrast, the Cardinals have been playing well, winning 4 of their last 5 games and staying within striking distance of a wild card berth. Starter McGreevy was solid in his recent outing against the Cubs and boasts strong numbers in his 2 previous starts against Colorado. Considering the Rockies' poor road offense and overall struggles, the Cardinals are the clear choice to come out on top in this matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is St. Louis Cardinals ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Seattle Mariners versus Baltimore Orioles. In this Mariners at Orioles prediction, the Mariners and Orioles play Game 2 of their 3-game series in Baltimore. The Mariners are hot on the heels of the Astros in the AL West Division, while the Orioles are playing out the string in the AL East Division. The pitching matchup on Wednesday will feature Mariners righty Logan Gilbert, 3-4, 3.35, opposing Orioles' southpaw Trevor Rogers, 5-2, 387, 1.44. The Seattle Mariners have roared back into the AL West Division race after a hot start to the second half of the season. They are led by AL MVP candidate Cal Raleigh. Raleigh leads the league in home runs and RBI and has propelled the Mariners near the top of the division standings. Entering Tuesday night's series opener, the Mariners have reeled off 7 straight wins, including a sweep of the Tampa Bay Rays in Seattle this weekend. The Mariners have thrived this season thanks to a potent combination of extra base hits and solid starting pitching, a formula they hope to continue with on Wednesday night. Taking the mound will be their hard-throwing right-hander Logan Gilbert, who has shown flashes of dominance despite some inconsistency. Gilbert holds a 3-4 record in 16 starts, including 3 quality starts where he's effectively kept opponents in check. Over 83.1 innings pitched, he has allowed 61 hits, including 11 home runs, which has been a concern at times. He's issued 21 walks, but has been able to strike out an impressive 118 batters, showcasing his ability to miss bats and generate strikeouts. The Mariners have found success with Gilbert on the mound, winning 4 of his last 5 starts overall. However, his performance on the road has been less effective, where he's 1-2 in 6 starts with a noticeably higher 5.28 ERA. Despite that, the Mariners are optimistic he can rise to the occasion and deliver another solid outing. The Baltimore Orioles currently find themselves anchored in last place in the highly competitive AL East Division, a stark contrast to the playoff contending teams they've been the last 3 seasons. The club has struggled recently coming into this matchup, with the Mariners having lost 3 of their last 5 games, including back-to-back defeats at the hands of the Athletics to close out their weekend series at home in Baltimore. Despite the team's struggles, Gunnar Henderson has emerged as the bright spot offensively. Following the team's decision to part ways with several key veterans at the trade deadline, Henderson has stepped up, leading the Orioles in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. His continued development and consistent production are critical for Baltimore as they aim to stabilize the lineup and build toward a more competitive second half. The Orioles will turn to their most consistent pitcher over the last 2 months, left-hander Trevor Rogers, who has been a steadying force in the rotation. Rogers has compiled a solid 5-2 record in 10 starts this season, highlighted by an impressive 8 quality starts, demonstrating his ability to keep the team in games. Over 62.1 innings pitched, he has allowed just 37 hits, including only 2 home runs, showcasing his ability to limit hard contact. His 1.44 ERA and 0.83 WHIP rank among the best in the league, reflecting his dominance on the mound. Rogers has struck out 54 batters while issuing 37 walks, showing room for improvement but still maintaining effectiveness. The Orioles have benefited from his performances, winning 3 of his last 5 starts, with Rogers consistently going at least 6 innings in each outing, providing valuable length and stability for the pitching staff. The Orioles hold a surprising edge on the mound this Wednesday, with their left-hander Rogers standing out as a true force since being added to the rotation late in the first half of the season. While Gilbert is recognized as one of the American League's promising young pitchers, Rogers has been the more consistent arm, delivering 8 quality starts in 10 outings and regularly pitching deep into games to preserve the bullpen. His WHIP sits impressively under 1.00, and he boasts an ERA below 2.00, showcasing his dominance and ability to limit base runners effectively. Conversely, Gilbert has struggled since returning from the injured list, especially on the road, where he owns a bloated 5.28 ERA across 6 starts, failing to find the same rhythm he showed earlier in the year. Rogers' home performance has been phenomenal, posting an almost unhittable 0.42 ERA at Camden Yards. The Orioles have capitalized on his strong outings, winning 3 of his last 5 starts. Given these trends, Rogers is expected to keep the Mariners' lineup in check and lead Baltimore to a well-earned victory on Wednesday. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Orioles ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Atlanta Braves versus New York Mets. On Wednesday, the Atlanta Braves will play the New York Mets at Citi Field, and the Mets are minus 185 moneyline favorites, and the game total is 8.5 runs scored. This is the 3rd series of the season between the NL East competitors. The Braves are 7-3 in their last 10 meetings with the Mets, and the under was 6-4 in those games, highlighting a trend of closely contested, low-scoring affairs. Both teams will be looking to gain an edge in this pivotal matchup as the division race heats up. Atlanta, 51-67 SU, 52-65 RL, and 52-57 OU, won 4 of 5 against Miami in its previous series, showing resilience and strong pitching performances. The Braves are 5-5 in their last 10 games. The over-under was split 5-5, trying to build momentum as the season progresses. Atlanta will turn to righty Carlos Carrasco tomorrow against NY. In his last appearance, the 38-year-old surrendered 6 runs on 9 hits in a 5.2-inning loss to the Marlins. He is 2-2 with a 6.18 ERA and 1.58 WHIP in 10 outings, 43.2 innings pitched, this season, including 0-2 with a 7.64 ERA and 1.81 WHIP in 4 road appearances, 17.2 IP. Despite these struggles, Carrasco remains a veteran presence on the mound, relying on his experience and pitching savvy to try and outsmart hitters. The Braves will be hoping he can find his rhythm and provide a quality start to stabilize the rotation moving forward. The Braves have not been competitive enough at Truist Park, 30-30, to make up for their poor road record, 21-37, sending them spiraling down the NL East standings. Atlanta has dealt with too many injuries, especially to its pitching rotation, to keep up with New York and Philadelphia in the standings. The lack of consistency on the mound has forced the bullpen into overuse, which has further strained the team's ability to close out games. Meanwhile, key offensive players have struggled with health and form, making it difficult for the Braves to mount sustained winning streaks against division rivals. New York, 63-55 SU, 57-61 RL, and 52-61 OU, was swept by Milwaukee in its previous series, struggling to generate consistent offense. The Mets are 1-9 in their last 10 games. The over-under was split 5-5, facing mounting pressure to turn things around and regain their earlier form. New York will start lefty David Peterson on Wednesday against Atlanta. In his previous appearance, the 29-year-old surrendered 4 runs and 5 hits with 7 Ks in a 6-inning loss to Cleveland. He is 7-5 with a 2.98 ERA and 1.23 WHIP in 22 starts, 133.0 IP this season, including 5-1 with a 2.33 ERA and 1.12 WHIP in 12 starts, 73.1 IP at Citi Field. Peterson's strong home numbers highlight his ability to perform in a pitcher-friendly environment, using his command and a diverse pitch mix to keep hitters off balance. If he can maintain this level of effectiveness, he should give New York a solid chance to limit Atlanta's offense and keep the game competitive. The Mets find themselves in a tight race with Philadelphia for control of the NL East, with every game becoming increasingly critical as the season progresses. New York's bullpen has been a bright spot, ranking 12th in ERA, providing much-needed stability and the ability to close out games effectively. The overall pitching staff has overachieved, especially at home, posting an impressive 3.41 ERA, despite missing key starters Frankie Montas and Sean Manaea for significant stretches due to injury. The team struggled mightily in June, going 12-15, which set them back in the standings. July saw a bit of a rebound with a solid 14-10 record, but their momentum has stalled again in August, starting the month with a disappointing 1-8 run. As a result, the Mets have fallen 6 games behind the Phillies, intensifying the pressure to turn things around quickly if they hope to remain in contention for the division crown. New York enters this matchup lacking both momentum and confidence, struggling to find consistency at the plate. The Mets rank dead last in WRC Plus over the last 2 weeks, highlighting their offensive struggles, and are 27th in WRC Plus since the All-Star break, underscoring a prolonged slump. Their lineup has also seen limited experience against Carrasco, which could play to the veteran pitcher's advantage tomorrow. Carrasco's recent outing with Atlanta was encouraging. He allowed just 3 runs over 6 innings against Cincinnati, showing he can still manage contact and minimize damage effectively. Meanwhile, Atlanta's own offense hasn't fared well against Peterson this season, with the pitcher holding the team to a low run output. Given these factors, it's unlikely that these two teams will combine for 9 or more runs on Wednesday night, pointing to a low-scoring, tightly contested game where pitching will be the deciding factor. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Mets cover run line. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.